Most creators will tell you they don't have the right gadgets, the timing, or even the followers on Instagram or whatever platform. That is why they are not creating. Brands don't care about what you have or what you don't have. You don't have good following or you don't have the right gadgets. They are looking for someone that can solve a problem for them. And if you are that person, you're unstoppable from getting a gig. Today, we are talking about leverage. Leverage is anything that makes saying yes to you easier for someone else. Maybe an audience, portfolio, a referral, timing, scarcity, or even a skill others don't have. So many creators judge their growth by what they don't have. So because you don't have a good camera, that is why you're not making money. Because you don't have a good following, you want to stay broke. There are so many creators today that you see making good content on camera. They are making quality good content. They have good storytelling, but they don't know how to speak in public. But you might just be the person that know how to speak so well in public. That is something you should leverage on. But you many times don't appreciate it. You probably don't even see it. When you're talking to people in public, you are fluent, you speak so well in public, you are confident, you know the right words to say at the right time. That is something you should really leverage on because you leverage on what you have to get what you ultimately need. I've seen so many creators that are talented. When I have a one-on-one session with them, most times I found out that they have entirely hidden that unique part of them that could be making money for them, but they're just leaving money on the table. The creators who win are the ones that identify what they have in their niche that others don't have. You might not have the right gadget, but you know how to be consistent. That is something you should leverage on. You might not have a huge audience, but you have an audience that's love what you do. That is something you should start to lead with. Stop paying attention to the things you don't have and focus on what you already have. Before I started making videos with camera, I made sure I had enough money to be able to rent a camera. I mean, I had already beat my finance to that level to be able to pay someone to make use of their gadget. But if I didn't have the money to rent a camera, I would have either go for a cheaper camera since I love quality content, or I would use a good phone. I might even borrow from a friend or use the one I have. That is if I want to consistently show up and I'm looking for something that will pay my bills. I don't have to be shy about what I have. Most creators wait to have what they want to leverage on before they start creating. For example, let's say you love good aesthetics. You have a good camera, you have a good phone that can record, you have a good mic, you have everything. You can show up, but you don't have a good background. You can just walk up to any restaurant or any place that have a nice background and just make your video there. Do that consistently until you now have the money to maybe rebrand your studio or whatsoever. Now, here's what you should do after watching this video. Write down the things you have, write down the places you know, and also write down the people you can easily collaborate with and start to make something with that. And do this before the big picture you have in your head starts to come live. Show people your process. This is how they trust you and even give you an offer. By the way, this video was sponsored by Creator, the community for creators who wants to grow their income and build a personal brand that lasts. Check the description below to follow their page. My name is Dennis, and I'll see you